Let's start the topic of next one. So it's the program on GCD and LCM for the two integers. So when we give two values, we have to find the GCD as well as LCM of those things. So ಎರಡು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಆ ಎರಡು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂವಿನ GCD ಮತ್ತೆ LCM ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. Okay. So as you know that header files will going to be support for the many functions in this program. So as we know that execution begins from the main function. Execution will going to be begins from the main function. So int num1, num2, GCD, LCM, reminder, n as well as d. So these were the things that will going to be hold the value. So num integer is a data type. As we know that integer is a data type which helps to hold the numerical values. And these were the things num1, num2, GCD, LCM, reminder, n as well as d is considered to be as variables. So okay, variables which holds the value. Okay, clear screen. Previous data will going to be get clear. Printf enter two numbers. So what the output will going to be get generated? Let's write here output. So it will display it as enter two numbers. So I will give the input as 15 as well as 12 as I considered here itself. So num1 is equals to 15, num2 equals to 12. Here I have taken the input already. So in this scanf, it will going to be helps to hold the value for num1 and num2 respectively as 15 as well as 12. Okay. So next thing, n1 is equals to num1 greater than num2. So why this has been taken? This has been taken because we can divide 15, we can divide value 15 by 5. So 15 ನ 5 ಇಂದ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಅದೇ 5 ನ 15 ಇಂದ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ GCD and LCM ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್ ರೀಸನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಟೇಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಇಯರ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಸೊ n1 is greater than n2 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಟ್ರೇಸಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ okay, n1 is greater than n2. Okay, so n1 is greater than n2. So what's the value of n1? N1 we have considered it as 15 over here. So a value of n1 is equals to 15. So 15 is greater than, what's the value of n2? 12. So here what it becomes the condition is true. 15 is greater than 12. So what it will going to be happen, it will going to be check for the okay condition. If the condition is true, this part will going to be execute, means first part will going to be execute. If the condition is false, then the second part will going to be get executed. So under this condition, n1 is greater than n2. So 15 is greater than 12. The condition becomes true. If the condition becomes true, what the value will going to be take? It will going to take the value of num1. What's the value of num1? Num1 value is equals to 15. So how it has been given here is equals to 15 and 12. Like this it is, they have been given, right? Yeah. So 15 is greater than 12, condition becomes true. When the condition becomes true, it will going to be considered true part. What the true part exists of? True part consists of the value 15. So 15 will going to be assigned for the n value, as they have given that n is equals to, so it's taking automatically, let it be small in itself. So 15 is greater than 12. Conditions true, it will going to be take the value 15. So n will going to be hold the value 15. I think it's clear, right? Okay, so next thing, d is equals to n1 less than n2. So what it will going to be take under this condition? Second, what it will going to be take, so I will take here itself, d is equals to 15 is greater than, sorry, 15 is less than 12. Here what it will becomes, it will going to becomes the, this condition becomes false. If the condition becomes false, what it will going to be take, it will take the second part. So what's the second part is consist of? This is consist of the 12. So d will going to be hold the value as 12. Clear, friends? Okay, I will go for the next. So reminder equals to n divided by d. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, bigger value na lesser value with the divide ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ we have taken this one. So now it will going to be take, so what's the remainder is equals to n, the value of n is holding the value as 15 over here, so n is holding the value 15, d is holding the value 12. Okay, so n, sorry, okay, 15 modulus of 12. Okay, 15 modulus of 12. Okay, so 15 modulus of 12, what the remainder will going to be become? So 15 12 divided by 15. So 12 ones are 12 ones are, if we going to be consider the value as 12 over here. So next thing, so 12 ones are 12, the remainder is equals to what? The remainder is equals to 3, right? So as we have given the modulus over here, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು modulus ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ the remainder will going to be hold the value as 3. Remainder ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, value ನ 3 ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲಿ hold ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Clear friends? So now at this stage the remainder value is equals to 3, right? Next let's go for the while loop ಗೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ. So while loop ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ, remainder is not equals to 0. Yes, the remainder is holding the value 3. 3 is not equals to 0. So while, it should be small letter itself, while remainder, that is 3, is not equals to 0. 3 is not equals to 0, what it will becomes, the condition becomes true. When the condition becomes true, it enters the while loop. So while loop entry ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So while loop entry ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಏನಿದೆ, while loop ಅಲ್ಲಿ while loop consists of n equals to d. Okay, so what's the d is holding the value? D is holding the value 12. So that becomes the value of n. So n is equals to d. D is holding the value 12. Okay, next thing, now at this stage the value of n is equals to, at second stage the value of n, second stage the value of n is equals to 12. Okay, next d is equals to remainder. So d is equals to remainder. What's the remainder is holding? The remainder is holding the value 3. Okay, now at the second step the value of d is equals to, the value of d is equals to 3 and at the second stage. Okay, next what they have given, n modulus of d, they have given that. Okay, they have given that n modulus of d. Okay friends, they have given that. Okay, they have given that n modulus of d. So remainder, we are going, now we are calculating this one, n equals to d. We have given that n is equals to 12 over here. So as in the second step, n is equals to 12, and the next d is equals to remainder. So remainder value 3, so d is equals to 3 at the next step. So remainder equals to n modulus of d. So now remainder is equals to, what's the n is showing now? N is holding the value 12 modulus of 12 modulus of, it is holding the value as 3. Okay, how it will going to be calculated? It will going to be calculated as 3 divided by 12. 12 4s are 12 3s are 3 4s are 12, right? 3 4s are 12. So that's equals to, so now the remainder becomes what? Now the remainder becomes 0. Sorry, now the remainder becomes 0. So when the remainder becomes 0, it again enters the what? After completion of this one, it again go for the while loop. When it enters the while loop, when it enters the while loop, while 0 should be small letter, it is automatically correcting the things. While 0 is not equals to 0, in this condition it becomes the false. Here the condition becomes false. Condition false ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, it comes exit from the while loop. Condition false ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, condition false ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ exit from while loop. ಸೊ ವೈಲ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಇದೆ? ಸೊ ವೈಲ್ ಲೂಪಿನ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ವೈಲ್ ಲೂಪಿನ ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಈ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಇಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹೊರಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹೊರಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಹೊರಡೆ ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಿದೆ, ಜಿ ಸಿ ಡಿ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಟು ಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಾವು ದ ಡಿ ಈಸ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಸ್ 3. So now the GCD value is equals to 3. So the GCD value is equals to 3. So now we have to calculate the value of LCM. So LCM value calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So LCM calculate ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ what we have taken that num1 into num2 divided by GCD. What's the value of num1? So what's the value of num1 here? Num1 value we have taken it as 15. Here it is the having the values. Num1 value is equals to 15. Now we are calculating the value of LCM. The LCM is equals to LCM is equals to num1, that is 15 into num2 value is equals to 12. So 15 into 12 divided by what we have taken? We have taken the GCD. So the value of GCD is equals to 3. Sorry. The value of it's entered control set. Okay, the value of GCD is equals to 3 divided by 3. So what will be the answer? Will going to be become, okay, so 15 into 12, that is equals to 180. So LCM is okay, 180. 15 into 12 is 180 divided by 3, that is equals to the value of 60. So LCM is equals to 60. So now the value of LCM is equals to 60. Clear? Okay, next thing. So now next what we are having, we are printing the value. So what we are printing, so here we are having the output over here. So let's consider this one, GCD of C. So output will going to be generated as GCD of percentage D representing for the num1. So num1 is holding the value 15. In this port 15 is going to be represent num2. So second percentage D is the second value, that is equals to num2. Num2 is holding the value 12. So num2 is holding the value 12 is equals to percentage D. So next it is having the value GCD. The GCD is holding the value what? The GCD is holding the value as 3. So from here we are taking things. GCD is having the value as 3. Okay, so it will going to be displayed like that. So GCD of 12 and 15 is equals to 3. Okay, next what we are having, next we are having the LCM. So to print the LCM, let's consider the things. So it will going to be displayed as, so LCM will not taken. Okay, LCM of percentage D. So first percentage D representing for the num1. So now as we know that the num1 is holding the value 15. As we know that num1 is holding the value 15, as well as second percentage D for num2. So second percentage D is holding the value, second percentage D. Okay, second percentage D is holding the value 12. The LCM is holding the value is equals to 60. So in this way we will going to be calculate the things, and we can have the GCD and LCM of two numbers. I hope you have understood. If you have any queries, please drop in the comment box. Thank you.